The Pacers are shocking the world. After taking game 3, they've absolutely shocked the world because nobody even gave them a chance. Me personally, I had a feeling that the Pacers were going to be up to par with the Thunder considering how streaky they are. When I mean streaky, it's when you're down by 30. I mean, when you're up 30 against the Pacers, you still have a chance to blow that lead no matter what, because all of a sudden we'll have, Neesmith or Nimhard or Ben Matherin dropping 8 for 7 from 7 from 8 from 3. It's crazy how hot they get. And then you've got Tim Tebow in the NBA with Tyrese Halliburton, who will be 1 for 8 all first 3 quarters. And then when it comes to the fourth quarter crunch time, he's 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. This team literally is the embodiment of no lead is safe. They are literally Steph Curry on crack, all 5 of them at times. It's crazy. And they just took game 3 against the Thunder, in which a series where all these experts didn't give the Pacers a single chance. Look, these are experts according to ESPN, right? We've got Thunder, Thunder, Thunder. Oh, we got a Pacers, Thunder, Pacers, Thunder, 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 Thunder. It gets all the way down here. It's still Thunder. And wow, from here, right here, from my guy Jerry Woo, all the way up. I gotta even scroll up. Chris Canty, jeez, that's how many people were predicting the Thunder to win, because everybody thought, oh, the Thunders have great depth. But they forgot the Pacers literally have the best depth in the NBA. That's genuinely a thing with them. And all they've ever needed was a closer. But if Tyrese Halliburton has literally been the clutchest player I've seen in a playoff series, in a playoff run, genuinely, I cannot recall Tyrese Halliburton missing a game winner. So when all they need is a closer, and somebody's actually stepped up and has been historically great at closing, this team is dangerous, man. Dangerous. They literally, Tyrese Halliburton, and he can guard Shea. When you look at the matchups, literally, man, 1 through 8 can guard any of the OKC Thunder players, man. You got Miles Turner coming up huge defensively when he's not having a great offensive night. This Pacers team is genuinely going to win the NBA Finals. Then you had guys like Stephen A. Smith come out and say, yeah, the Thunder are what champions are made of. They are literally, with their defense, going to overwhelm the Pacers and not make it a competitive series. That's what Stephen A. Smith and everybody thought, that the Pacers had no chance because of the OKC's defense. But they forgot the Pacers' defense literally went through the #1 seeded Cavaliers. Many times they came back from 20-point deficits. They put one of the best offensive teams, I'm a Cavs fan, so I seen this, in a headlock and gave them a noogie. It's absolutely crazy what the Pacers did there. They beat Giannis too, right? They got through Giannis. They got through the #1 seed in the Cavs. Then they got through the New York team that beat the Celtics, that had a really great team. Honestly, they had Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, 2 very good offensive players, and then he had a bunch of 3-and-D guys. And they overwhelmed the Celtics with how good they matched up against them. They forgot you made a team to match up against the Celtics, and then the Pacers matched up well against you, because when you have a liability in the center position and Karl Anthony Towns defensively and Brunson in the point guard position, but then you have Halliburton and then you have Miles Turner, who aren't liabilities on either side of the court. Now when it came to the Thunder, they are exposing them. Absolutely exposing up 2-1. And they had, Stephen A. Smith basically talking trash on the Pacers, saying it wasn't going to be competitive. And then now, midway through the series, they're the better team top to bottom. Literally switched up on his words. That's how good the Pacers have been and have shocked the world. And it's great to see many people, came into this finals saying that, this is going to be one of the least seen basketball series ever. But honestly, if you're a real Hooper fan, you're actually excited to see this final series, because it's 2, pure hoop teams with no drama, no nothing. MVP on one side, one clutch player on the other side. 2 great teams battling it out. It's a very entertaining finals, and I feel like since 2022, we haven't really seen a competitive finals since that Suns-Bucks series, because Nuggets-Heat, that was a pretty whack final. It was just whack. It's just been a whack recently. Last season, Boston versus Mavericks. The Mavericks had no shot. Boston got through that easily. It was just two very unbearable series. And now I'm actually kind of having fun with this. This is what happens when you're actually a fan of the game and not just with, you know, you're not a fan of certain players. Well, also because I'm coming in as a non-biased fan for the first time in a while. I don't have any hatred or any resentment against either team. I think these are two watchable teams, even though the Pacers got through my team. Not like last season because you just couldn't stand Tatum. But this is two likable teams going up against each other, genuinely. And you're just trying to watch a good game. And that's what we are getting from these guys. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Are you, who do you think is going to win this series? Pacers or Thunder? To me, I think the Pacers are going to take this in 6. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.